Dragon Ball Daima episode 12 was literally the best episode in the entire anime so far. Let's discuss everything that happened and all the major reveals. Vegeta fans, we have finally won. It has been so long, I mean so long, since Vegeta got an actual W. Okay, I'm talking about a legitimate victory for himself without anyone else's help, okay, on his own. No help from Goku, no help from any other, Z Fighter or Warrior or anyone in the universe, okay? This is finally his sole own win, and I'm so proud of him, dude. It was great. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Daima episode 12 because it was so good. I know y'all been wanting to talk about it. I wanted to wait at least a full day before actually discussing this in a video so that now we can all just have a good time, let loose, enjoy, and talk about this in the comment section. So definitely comment down below your thoughts on this episode because we're going to be breaking down everything, going over the big reveal. Okay, this shit. Oh my god, dude. I watched this live. I watched this episode live. And I just died. It was over. Like, I died, came back to life, saw the fight commence, and died again and came back to life. Like, man, I don't even need Shenron. Oh, this episode was so good, it kept resurrecting me. Like, no anime does that except for Dragon Ball. So there will be spoilers, like a full spoiler discussion. I'm talking about like full in-depth discussing pretty much everything in this episode, the full 20 to 30 minutes, okay? So if you have not seen the episode yet, please go watch it. It's out. It's on Crunchyroll. It's on other streaming sites. Like, you can find a way to watch it, right? For those of you that are waiting for the dub, y'all are crazy. I'm just going to say it right now because the dub, we still got like 2 more weeks, I think, until that airs, and I'm pretty sure that's only the first episode, so y'all are gonna be so behind, and I'm just saying, like, you guys need to get on this as soon as possible. And this is coming from somebody that prefers the dub over the sub. I love both, but I mean, I'm so excited for this series, and I don't want to miss out on whenever stuff's going live, and even the official accounts on everything, YouTube, Twitter, everything, they're all posting what happened in this episode, which, I mean, it is what it is. This is Dragon Ball. They do that all the time. So I'll just give you your little spoiler warning right now. We're going to get into it into 3, 2, 1. The big reveal. Vegeta finally has acquired Super Saiyan 3, bro. When I saw this, I could not believe my eyes. I was like, huh? Like, when did he learn this? Why is he doing it now? They're actually doing this. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I saw some speculation or rumors about it. I think everybody did. Wasn't sure if it was actually going to happen. But I mean, it was always in my comment section, people saying, oh, Vegeta, he's going to get Super Saiyan 3. And that's like all the bullshit that like everybody says. Like, we all say that kind of stuff. Like, oh, like having fun with it. Oh, Goku's going to go Super Saiyan 4 in Daima, right? Like, stuff that's not super unrealistic, but like you don't really expect it. But it actually happened. This is one of those times where it actually happened. And Super Saiyan 3 isn't like something that we've never seen before. Obviously, Super Saiyan 3... Goku, Gotenks, we've seen Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in the video games in Dragon Ball Heroes, right? But they did something different here, okay? They gave him a completely different hairstyle, right? His hair it's not like super long and drapes down over, his back and everything like it does for Goku or Gotenks. No, his hair is kind of more like, it's kind of similar to Beast. It's definitely way longer, but it's more like a hedgehog type of style, which that was the thing that blew my mind the most when I first saw it, because I was like, okay, like I was watching, I was like, bro, he's going Super Saiyan 3, like that's 100%, that's what it is. You see the hair grow, but then it stopped, and I was like, is this like an incomplete version of Super Saiyan? Is this Super Saiyan 2.5? Like, what the fuck is this, right? I was so confused, but I was like, no, this is it. Like, he powered up, and I guess that's it. And they never explicitly said, like, nobody said in the episode, oh, Vegeta is using Super Saiyan 3. Like, Goku was, like, surprised. Like, oh, when did Vegeta know how to do this or whatever? And Bulma was like, oh, he's been training. And I was like, is this not Super Saiyan? I was so confused. Like, obviously it is, right? Okay, I think some, like, a figure just got announced and shown that fast as fuck that it's Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta from Daima, which is crazy. And I gotta say, I'm not, I don't want to say disappointed. I'm very excited about this. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just kind of funny that like the first official reveal, Toriyama's version of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was Vegeta as a kid. Like, I want to see the adult version. I've seen a lot of fan art everywhere. All you fan artists out there that are making adult Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, I fucking love you. It looks amazing. It looks legit. Like, some people are emulating the, art style of, Nakatsuda or whoever was doing this, bro. Oh, God, this episode was so good, bro. All right, let's get into the actual discussion of the episode. That's me just gushing over how beautiful Vegeta finally getting something like this. Best episode. Easy. Episode 12, best episode of Daima so far. I really loved, episode 8, Tamagami 3 versus Goku. That's number 2. That was the best. That was number 2. This is number 1, okay? So the episode starts off, Vegeta is, he gets out of the Kraken, right? And he's fighting both the Kraken and Tamagami number 2, right? Which, I love the Tamagamis, okay? Just real quick, I gotta say, the Tamagamis, I did not expect to love these characters so much. They're so cool. They're these robots. There's 3 of them. They all have a different fighting style, different personalities, different weapons. You have one with the hammer, one with the trident, one with like a saw sword thing. Like, it's sick. So let's get into this. Like I said, he's fighting both of them, right? Kind of at the same time. And Tamagami's like hitting him into the Kraken, like trying to like really fuck with him. And Vegeta goes Super Saiyan. Okay, so he real fast he upgrades. And he's continuing the fight. They go underwater. They fight. Vegeta pretty quickly upgrades to Super Saiyan 2, as you can see from the picture up top right there. There is something cool about it. I know it's not the best shown in this picture, but they actually show a difference between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2, okay? It's kind of more inconsistent in, like, Dragon Ball Z and stuff. And even, I guess, GT, if you even use it in GT. I don't even remember. And Super, I mean, when it's Super Saiyan 2, there's electricity, right? But I'm talking about the hair, okay? They added a lot more hair strands, made it thinner, made it a little bit more spiky. Like, you can tell the difference. And I think they did a really good job of that, right? So they're fighting. We got Water Vegeta, right? He comes back. It's been a while since we've seen Water Vegeta. And it makes sense, okay? He's got to go Super Saiyan 2, then Water Vegeta, right? And then Super Saiyan 3. That's the full sequence, if you guys didn't know, okay? That's how it's supposed to be done. If he doesn't use Water Vegeta, then it's not making a lot of sense, right? So, the best part, okay, so he's fighting Tamagami, and there's something that happens in this episode that I wasn't expecting, okay? And that's why, like, I was like, so what? He needed to go Super Saiyan 3 because what is the guy's name? I already forgot. Neva, is that his name? The Namekian, the old Namekian guy. He actually powers up. That's what it looks like. I'm assuming that's what he powers up Tamagami number 2. All right, and I was like, bro, like Vegeta's not necessarily like struggling, but like, come on, man, like give him a chance. Like I was like, that. What more can Vegeta do? He's already in Super Saiyan 2, right? And this is like as I'm watching the episode. I was like, I guess the best thing he can do is just power up, or maybe he's going to be taking the fucking L, right? So, after he powers, the Tamagami 2 gets boosted or whatever, Vegeta's getting his ass whooped. He gets hit underwater, he gets hit to a rock or whatever, he's like stuck on a rock, and he got fucked up. So, then he powers up, and I think, okay, so he's just powering up, he's getting his ki up and everything. The electricity surge happens, and then the vein pops out on his head. He does the crouching over, bro. I was like, and then it happens. The hair grew. You can see that they gave Vegeta one of the best transformation sequences. This felt like Dragon Ball Z. This was a Dragon Ball Z fight. Okay, I've been waiting for this. And look, I love story. I love world building. I love when Dragon Ball does more for the series in terms of, building up the story, giving us lore, giving us more context on what the fuck's happening, okay? But man, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. At my core, I am a Dragon Ball meathead. I think a lot of us are, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. A lot of us, our love for this series was built off of the crazy fights, the new transformations, okay? The transformation sequences. Like, when I want to see a good transformation, Dragon Ball's number 1. No other anime does a transformation like this shit right here, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Goku going Super Saiyan for the 500th time, if they give him a cool ass sequence, the eye turns green before the hair transforms, or the hair goes yellow/gold before it, and then they show the hair spike up. Like, if you give me a good sequence like this, it'll top any other anime transformation, in my opinion, right? So when they did this, I was like, I'm so happy Vegeta finally got something like just beautiful, right? In a modern Dragon Ball anime, and like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in the anime, you know, it was cool, but this was way cooler than that, in my opinion, right? Like, you know, it's just Super Saiyan Blue evolved. He gets a little bit more buffed. The sequence, you know, had some more aura and everything, but this was a lot more detail, a lot more extended. Obviously, not as much as Super Saiyan 3 Goku's was. That shit was like a whole ass episode just to go Super Saiyan 3. But his was great, man. Just seeing him crouch over, seeing the electricity surge, seeing the hair grow out, and then kind of stop there, and you're just like, whoa, like, what is this? To me, it really does look like a Super Saiyan 2.5. Like, it doesn't even look like Super Saiyan 3, but it obviously is, because, you know, he got so fucking powerful. After he transformed, dude, I was terrified, bro. I was like, man, I was worried for Tamagami too. I was like, bro, you're gonna kill this man. No, not really. But seriously, like, this, he was serious. He was dead ass serious. Like, Vegeta was not fucking around anymore. It's not like he was before, but like, this shit, it really felt like we were in a completely different series. It jumped. Like, Daima's been very wacky and fun, and I love that about the series. But it's nice when you get those really serious moments, and this was one of the perfect, you know, moments for that, right? So another thing that I wanted to point out and talk about, which it was all over Twitter, was this right here, okay? Vegeta's hairstyle is actually based on, at least closer, and resembles the original Super Saiyan 3 hairstyle, one of the concept arts that Toriyama made, okay? Whenever you go through all the concept, I mean, y'all have seen this before a million times, definitely, right? The hair is like, it's like Super Saiyan 2, a little bit longer, no bangs at all, and you still have the no eyebrows, okay? The like muscle brow kind of definition that, you know, Super Saiyan 3 does, right? So the implication of this means that each user, whoever, you know, acquires this form and can transform into this, potentially could have a different hairstyle, which I love that, right? I know, like, Super Saiyan 2, everyone's hairstyle is different, and, you know, Super Saiyan, everybody's hairstyle is different, right? But no, I mean, like, Super Saiyan 3, this whole time, because we only saw Gotenks and Goku use it, this whole time, it's been just the same style. Either you have one bang, two bangs, or no bangs, right? That's what it usually is. Like, Vegito in Heroes, it's just super long hair, two bangs. Like, they all look very similar, right? I think Gohan, sometimes he's got one, sometimes he's got two bangs, right? I'm talking about Heroes specifically, right? But this whole time in canon or official Toriyama material, it's always just been the long hair, like Gotenks and Goku. They're the only two people that have shown Super Saiyan 3 as, you know, from this point on, right? We've never seen it for anyone else unless it was a video game or Heroes, which then, you know, you can't always say, like, that's, like, Toriyama's vision of it, right? This is, okay? So that's the thing that is so fucking cool to me, and what I was the most excited about was, like, the fact that, oh, this implies that, like, for example, if Trunks or Gohan used it, they could have a different hairstyle, right? Maybe. But with Gotenks, I think it was more of just it's taking after a certain one of the characters, okay? Because, you know, Goten and Trunks, they're obviously the sons of Goku and Vegeta, so they would have to have a hairstyle probably similar to, you know, one of them if they did awaken that form. So they just probably gave it that form, right? And obviously, over anything, guys, over anything, Daima happens way after, okay? Toriyama, I don't think Toriyama at the time was thinking, oh, I'm going to give them a different hairstyle until more recently. I could be wrong about that. I don't know what he was really thinking, but that makes sense to me, okay? I think he just wanted to give something unique for Vegeta. And the best part is that it works for Vegeta, okay? Vegeta already has crazy spiky hair, just his base form. So this actually works. It looks ridiculous. Like, people thought Beast looked crazy. This is one of the most ridiculous things, but I love it because Dragon Ball hairs, transformations, they're supposed to be that way. That's how the hairs have always been. They've always been massive and fucking absurd, okay? And for Vegeta, I think it works out, right? Look at that, bro. Just look at this shit. Man is literally Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog looking ass, right? Like, this hairstyle, I never thought we were going to see, like, what is this, bro? What am I looking at? Porcupine Man? Super Saiyan Porcupine? So another thing that was really cool is after he transformed, his fight style completely changed up, okay? He got the Vegito kick fight style, the crossed arms and all kicks, right? And, oh my god, dude, this got me so excited because I'm thinking about the video games when I'm watching this too, because I'm like, bro, they're going to get Vegeta. He better in all the games, okay? Sparking Zero, Xenoverse 2, whatever other game. This motherfucker better have that as part of the combo moveset, right? And they better incorporate it into the actual skills and techniques, right? I need to see this, right? So, yeah, this whole time it was coming from Vegeta. And I think a lot of people would say, oh, that's obvious, right? Like, it wouldn't come from Goku because he wouldn't, you know, he doesn't fight like this. But it's like, I don't recall ever seeing Vegeta fight like this until now, okay? I mean, obviously, crossing the arms, right? That's a Vegeta thing. But, like, I never saw him fight like this specifically. And I always thought that Vegito's fight style like this, that's just kind of like a Vegito thing, right? I was like, oh, he's just a cocky bastard. Like, that's just how he fights, right? Even what Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he'll do the kicks too, right? So that's how I always interpret it as. So it's just cool to see that happen because Vegito's sword, okay, sword beam thing, also comes from Vegeta, at least in the manga and the Tournament of Power, he used that. So I thought that was kind of cool, right? I mean, maybe y'all didn't, but I thought it was interesting. And the best part about this episode, I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was obviously the best part. But following up, he got a W. He won. He won the fight. He didn't kill him. You're not supposed to kill the Tamagamis, okay? You just have to beat them, and they have to give up, right? So he beat him. He had a little, you know, there's like a little mini game at the very end to truly, you know, solidify your victory and ensure that you get the Dragon Ball, right? And Majin Ku's fight, which we're going to go over here at the very end, he also had a similar thing with Tamagami 1 as well. But this thing was kind of like, it was funny because when I first saw it, he did like these little cards, and it was like the second and third grade, like, problems, like math problems, where it's like, oh, if little Jimmy here has 5 apples and he ate 3 of them, how many does he have left? Like, that's literally what it is. But the question just kept going and going and going. And like at the end, it was something about, oh, how many apples did the snake eat? And Vegeta was like struggling, and Bulma was like, he's not good at this kind of stuff. And then at the very end, Vegeta, you know, he had like, it was like 3, 2, 1, 0, and then he said it just in time. He said the answer was 0, right? And that was right. It was the correct answer because I guess he goes, the reasoning for that, he goes, snakes don't eat apples or whatever it was, or eat whatever the fruit or whatever it was that he had, okay? And I was sitting there like, what the fuck? That's his answer. Like, that's funny. And obviously, I knew he got it right because he's got to win, right? He won. If he got that wrong, that would have been ass, all right? And everybody would have been pissed. Oh, Vegeta got another L, right? No, he finally got the W with it. And his other reasoning for, like, I guess why he knew that was because, oh, on Planet Vegeta, we had a lot of snakes and stuff, which I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm just so happy that Vegeta finally got, like, an actual real W, okay? The reason why he got it, he didn't do this. He didn't put that fucking thumb up to his face. Vegeta, you learn your lesson. Don't do that shit. When you do that shit, you get fucked, okay? It's not that hard, right? So let's talk about the Majin, if I said Dooku, sorry, I get them mixed up. Let's talk about the Majin Do fight against Tamagami number 1, right? Because it was going back and forth between them, and it ended off giving us, like, the final sequence with this, kind of near the later half and finishing off the episode, okay? But we're going to transition a little bit, you know, rewind. And I love this because Majin Ku's fighting him, okay, Tamagami 1. And, I mean, he's not necessarily winning, but he's not losing. It's just, like, just kind of going back and forth. He's dodging everything. He's, you know, he's schmoving, right? He's maneuvering around, dodging all the, you know, attacks that Tamagami 1's putting out there. And then he just randomly said, he moves back and he sits down and he goes, I want chocolate. Bro's hungry. All right. So he burned all his calories. All the energy's done. He needs a pick-me-up, right? So Arinsu, she's like, don't be a fucking idiot. You're in the middle of a fight right now. Like, don't do this. And then the brother, the homie, Majin Ku says, I'm going to run to the store and get some chocolate. As you guys know, he's fast as fuck. He running like a Raleigh, right? So this man goes Sonic speed, gets that chocolate, bro, from the 7-Eleven down the street. He picks that shit up, he jumps up, and he throws it like Krillin through that sensu bean. He said, Goku, sensu bean! Okay, and then, dude, the sequence, the animation sequence where Majin Do, my boy Do, catches that chocolate in his mouth was the most glorious thing I've ever seen, bro. Okay, you gotta get somebody to look at you like Majin Do, look at the chocolate, bro. He was so captivated by that fucking bar of chocolate. Okay, that's Hershey shit up in this. Like, man, he opened his mouth, he took a bite of that shit. One bite, he ate the whole fucking thing. He should be the national champion of eating chocolate, right? That shit was gone in negative 14.7 seconds. And his eyes lit up, and he was so cute, bro. It was so beautiful. And it was funny because after he ate that, bro, he powered up like crazy. Man was so motivated. He is Fat Boo, new age Fat Boo. All right, the reincarnation of Fat Boo, right? I mean, Fat Boo's still alive, right? But it's like, I was so happy about this because I was like, I'm getting flashbacks to Boo. Okay, when you motivate Fat Boo, he will whoop your ass. Like, bro is a joke. No, he ain't no joke. This ain't no, bullshit. This is the real shit. So after he powered up, man, he did a mouth blast. Then he kind of did like a Broly thing. Okay, I don't know if anyone caught that, but he did a mouth blast. And then he did another little ki blast to boost that mouth blast. Okay, because the mouth blast was like a big ball of energy. And it fucked Tamagami 1 up. Like, bro, literally, he got up and you hear it in his voice. He's like, oh, like, fuck. He said fuck, right? He said that, okay? Because I'm the voice actor, so he said fuck. All right, and then he stumbled, and he was like, oh, and I was like, oh, shit, wait, is Majin Do him? I was like, whoa, I wasn't actually expecting Do to like, actually win this fight. So he beats his ass, and he wins, and it was all for that fucking that one piece of chocolate boosted his ass up. And look at this, bro. This is like a proud family. Like, you have the proud family, like a proud mother and a proud brother, seeing your child win, like, I don't know, like a football game or like a soccer game or something like that. Okay, like, look at them, they're so happy. They didn't believe it. I think Ku definitely believed in his brother. Okay, if you want to say one thing about Ku is a good dude. He is the homie, right? Like, everybody, like, we were all shitting on him at first before we even saw what he was capable of, right? And then after we saw what this, like, the more and more I see this dude in the episodes, the more and more I am in love with this guy. Like, he's awesome. He's such a great character. I really hope they do not fuck this guy up. Like, do not make him bad. Do not, kill him off. Like, I want him to join the Z Fighters, okay? But I have a feeling they're gonna do something where, like, Dude's gonna, like, I don't know, turn him into chocolate accidentally or something like that. Like, maybe he goes out of control or something, and then he absorbs them and he becomes Majin Voodoo or some shit, like the Voodoo Kudu. But yeah, he won, and I was like, bro, that was deserving. And it's like, I was happy. I was just happy on both sides. I was happy Vegeta won, and I was happy Do won. And they're supposed to be, quote unquote, the bad guys, right? So that just goes to show how good Daima is. It's fucking peak. Like, if you're not watching this, you're missing out. You need to watch this as the episodes go up. If there's anything I'm going to recommend to anybody in 2024 is please watch Daima. Because if you like Dragon Ball, if you just like anime, this shit is so fun. It's so epic. It's got world building. It's got a good story. The pacing might not be the best, but it's definitely picked up. I don't want to say it's at its peak yet, because I think it's gonna get even better. Like, every time I think it's peak, and peak, the meaning of peak for me, it doesn't mean anything, right? I throw that shit around there could be a piece of dog shit on the floor, and I'd be like, that's a peak dog shit, right? So it was just so much fun. Now, I love this, okay, because this made me love Ku even more, right? So Tamagami 1, just like with the other ones, after you beat them, you have a little mini game thing, okay? It's usually some type of like trivia, like some type of mind game part, okay? You have a physical fight, and then you have like a mental fight, right? So this one, it was adding up numbers, okay? So he just showed about 5 million numbers. I couldn't even keep track of it, and also the numbers look kind of weird too, so I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that number is. But even Dr. Orinsu, she goes, That's impossible. Even I can't figure that out. And she's a doctor, so you would assume she's like, you know, pretty intelligent, right? And Do's kind of like, you know, obviously, you know, Do doesn't fucking know what this is going to be. But then under his breath, Majin Do, the genius, adds that shit up in like -5 seconds, bro. And he whispers that shit behind Majin Do. I guess nobody else heard him, okay? He was actually loud as fuck, so I don't know how. I'm just joking. I don't know how nobody else heard him. Like, Orinsu was next to him, right? And she didn't know that. She thought it was Do that came up with the answer. But you see, Do, his ears go, like they move like Piccolo's ears, so he heard it. I guess, you know, obviously the big ears for the demons, they have like super, you know, fucking boosted hearing, right? And he repeats the number. It was 683,775,029. Okay, so he repeats that shit. Like, even if somebody said that behind me, I would not fucking remember what that number was. There is no way. I have like short-term memory loss or something. So Majin Do, I mean, at least he's got a brain. You know, it's not just completely like a little peanut up there, right? So shout outs to Majin Do. That, like, he's a singer, he's a dancer, he can be a fighter. Like, he's definitely not like super weak or anything. Like, you've seen, he got like crazy blasts and shit. He can fight. He's wacky, right? He's fast as fuck, and he's a fucking genius. He's smarter than Dr. Orinsu. What the fuck, dude? That's insane. That blew my goddamn mind, right? So this episode was amazing. Everything about it, literally every second. I watched this episode like 3 times yesterday, okay? And I'm going to watch it again. At least I'm going to go back and watch that sequence of Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3 because this shit went hard. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. This video was way too long, but I wanted it to be. I wanted to just sit here, raw talk, all right? Raw talk about everything that happened, my reaction to everything. I love Dragon Ball so much, bro. I was painting my walls white, and we're going to do it part 2 today, okay? Part 15 tomorrow. Like, it's going to be all day, every day until that next episode. So keep in mind, there will be no episode next week. We're going to be getting episode 13 in 2 weeks, okay? It's going to air at the same time as the first episode of the English dub. Again, if you're watching the dub or you're waiting for the dub, you got to stay off the internet. Because, like, you cannot stop people from posting stuff. Like, even if I didn't post stuff, somebody else is. And you're going to get spoiled out of the way. And even if you don't follow them, if you follow any of the Dragon Ball official accounts, you will get spoiled by them as well. Like, it is playing with fire, not, you know, watching it as it goes up, okay? And, hey, I'm just giving a recommendation. That's all, okay? You really have to be careful about the spoilers because they're going to be everywhere, right? People are excited. People want to talk about this stuff. And unfortunately, that's just how the internet is. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. But either way, I hope you guys are enjoying Dragon Ball Daima and love that episode. I appreciate you guys a lot for coming through and watching the video. Obviously, you wanted to watch this video to talk about it. Please go crazy in the comments. I want to hear everything about it. I want to hear what your thoughts about it, okay? Another thing that kind of came up was people were saying, this is just a little end part that I want to give in here, my thoughts. People were like, well, where was this energy? And some people were joking. Okay, where was this energy in Dragon Ball Super whenever Beerus slapped Bulma? Okay, why doesn't he use this form in Dragon Ball Super, right? Well, number one, okay, Dragon Ball Daima is created after Super. Even though the timeline shows that it's supposed to be coming, in a sense, before Super, it still came after. So obviously, Toriyama was not fucking thinking about that. And a lot of Super was, you know, Toei anyways, right? But I think the best explanation for it is that Super Saiyan 3 is just not a great form, right? It looks awesome. It's very powerful, but it fucking drains your energy like crazy. That's always been the crippling issue with Super Saiyan 3 that Goku has stated multiple times. You see it during the Kid Buu fight. He has no energy. He struggles badly when he's using that form. Even though it's really fucking strong, it's more powerful than all the other forms that they have currently, at least in Daima. It's just too much energy. And maybe Vegeta has figured it out a little bit better because I didn't see him really struggling at all. But the Tamagamis, you know, they're very powerful and stuff, obviously. But he doesn't have to, he's not having to completely eliminate and erase them. He just got to beat them and they got to tap out, right? So I think this was just the perfect, it was honestly, it was ideal. Him powering up to this, let him finished the job quickly, because right after he transformed, he finished him off pretty quickly. Okay, no problem, no issues at all, right? And I think for Vegeta in general, his fighting style, because people be like, oh, well, Goku's using Super Saiyan 3 all the time in Dragon Ball Super, right? At least before, you know, he used God in Blue. But he doesn't use it that much, right? And Vegeta, I think just his fighting style and his preference is to just use Super Saiyan 2 if he's not going to use, you know, God or Blue. Okay, he would just go to Super Saiyan 2 or use normal Super Saiyan 1, right? He's smart enough to know that. I mean, he stated this before whenever Trunks, you know, or not stated, but it was implied in the anime that Vegeta didn't go to Trunks' Ultra Grade 3 form because he knew of its weakness, right? It's too bulky, too slow, okay? If a form has a weakness, Vegeta's not going to use it. He wants to be able to maintain everything possible and get stronger, okay? Which is, I mean, that makes sense for Vegeta, that he's just a smart fighter. Not that Goku's not smart, but I think Goku just has maybe a little bit of a better grasp of Super Saiyan 3. And over anything, let's just be real, who gives a shit, okay? This was all done because it was fan service and it was hype as fuck. And guess what? I don't fucking care. It's awesome. That's gonna be it. Bye, guys.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.